Thank you so much for asking us to do this tonight. Our story it's been an inspiration for our team as well as I hope it is for the other teams as well. About 3 years ago, when we first were forming a team, we had a young lady, actually not so young, but a little lady, who was a member of our team and very, very active. Her name was Joan Manny. And Joan could get $1 out of it just about anybody that came along. As a matter of fact, she used to tell the guys in the park, if you don't give me $1, I'll take my clothes off. And they always gave her dollars. So anyway, and she inspired me to keep being a chairperson and being active with the relay. And so, like I said, 3 years ago, Joan was diagnosed in the late summer with colon cancer. And she was very, very upset because she had said that she probably would not be able to walk in the relay that year. So another friend of ours that was a couple doors away from Joan had told her he would walk for her if she couldn't walk.
That was Steve. Steve was my very best friend. You bear with me, this is a very emotional story for us. Steve had talked to Joan and he told her that he would walk for her, and that seemed to make Joni feel a little better, but unfortunately that November we lost Joni to the cancer. She lost the fight. At Christmas time, Steve and his wife were supposed to come to Sandy and I's house for Christmas dinner. His wife came over and said, I don't think Steve can come tonight because he's not feeling very well. Right after Christmas, Steve was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Less than 90 days later, we lost Steve to cancer. So neither one of them got to walk.
So that year at the relay, Joan's daughter, Maureen, she flew down from Chicago because she lives up in Chicago area. She flew down. She went in her mother's closet and got out a pair of her mother's shoes. And that year she walked the track in her mother's shoes. And it was very nice. If she wasn't walking, she sat them on the edge of the track. So the following year, Ron asked Joan, or not Joan, but Maureen, if she minded if he expanded on that story.
And by the way, Maureen is our star supporter for the last 3 years. And this year, she lives in Chicago, and she has raised $2,600 for our relay. Maureen, you want to take a bow? Anyway, back to the story. I went over to Steve's house, and I got a pair of Steve's shoes, and I asked Maureen if I could expand that story. And she said, yeah, that'd be nice. So I went to Steve's house, and I got this pair of boots. Well, I would have really liked to walk in those shoes, but Steve wore an 8.5 and I wear a 13, so it's not going to happen. So we decided to set shoes along the track in memory of those that we loved and that we really cared for that we've lost to cancer. So we did that and shared that story with the relayers at the relay that night.
So if you go by our campsite, which is over, we're in Texas this year, and we have a tour of Texas, and in the center we have 3 of the relay circles with shoes all around the circles, and we've expanded on that every year, and more of our team members and friends are bringing a pair of shoes for someone that they have lost for cancer, and the sign says, you can't walk, so we'll walk for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sandy Space Fairways.